Come feel the noise. Invest in altcoins. We'll get rich, rich, rich. Welcome, people, to a special Saturday night episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. In today's episode, we have got a jam-packed episode for you. First of all, we are going to look at what is Bitcoin's next move. Are Bitcoiners now moving into Ethereum and altcoins? And can this altcoin that I'm going to be talking about in this episode achieve a 100x trajectory from its current price? That altcoin is actually way down coin market cap. So we are going to be looking at that altcoin and seeing, can you make money from it? So if you are excited about this, make sure that you smash up the like, smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you comment after the video to see what else I should look at. Also, I have created new Telegram channels and groups. The links are in the description. If you want to join them, make sure that you do, because your Team Suppo, you are invited. Now, let me just make sure that I am live. Yes, I am. Good to see. Now, the fun's starting. The fun is actually starting. So, let me just share this, and if you could do the exact same, make sure that you share this where you can, because to be honest with you, YouTube are making it very difficult for me at the moment to actually be seen at all. So make sure that you share this out. Now, if you well, it's actually been incredible. So Bitcoin has, in the last 2 days, hit a new all-time high, $41,986. Bitcoin over the last 2.5-3 weeks has been consistently hitting all-time highs. The confluence has been incredible coming into Bitcoin, and now we are beginning to see altcoins are actually smashing it too. Some of the forgotten altcoins, the shit coins actually, are going up 100, 130, 200% at the moment. Now, as for Bitcoin, what I typically see when a W is formed in the MACDs is that this is where the bulls start to take over. Okay, so bulls tap up, this is a momentum up. And as you can see, as the W ended, the bulls did start to take over. The Bitcoin price hit a double bottom, which is normally an indication of an upward trend. But there has been a lack of volume supporting Bitcoin, essentially. There's been a lack of volume supporting Bitcoin, hitting another all-time high and going up towards that $50,000 that I predicted would happen before February. So, are we well overextended at the moment? Is the fatigue in Bitcoin buying going down, of the bulls losing momentum? Well, the short answer is yes, they are beginning to lose momentum. As you can see, basically, looking at a really zoomed in view, the bears are on top of the bulls just at the moment. Despite the W forming, despite the double bottom, there is bearish momentum happening. And it is stopping Bitcoin from being able to break out, essentially. This floor is holding the price stable-ish. Now, when there is a consolidation within a rising market, there is the potential for the price to explode. However, looking at the market right now, Ethereum is now at $1,300. So let's have a look and see what is happening with regards to alts at the moment. So Ethereum's gone up 11%. The big riser today is Bitcoin SV, then Maker, IOST, Avalanche has gone up 40%. Now, if you watched the video the other day that I did, somebody mentioned Avalanche. It was at that time just inside the top 100. It's now moved into position 53. 0x also. Let's have a look at the last 7 days. What have been the biggest rises? Nano, $3.63. Stellar, 31 cents now. Verge, 1.5 cents. This has 2x'd in the last week. Let's go back and have a look at how things are generally getting on in the market. So XRP, 33 cents. This has had a good rise considering its recent FUD. I don't think it's going to be very long-lived, like a lot of the spikes in altcoins recently. Litecoin 178, that has stabilized in the 170 region. A Cardano once again moves to 34 cents, which is excellent news. This had dipped to about 29 cents, has now gone up 33.5 cents. Polkadot has also had a little bit of fatigue in terms of buying activity. Only 7.5% up, not $10 at the moment. Chainlink well over $17 though, 16% up. Binance $43. Anything EOS quite close to $4 now. Theta's hardly moved. VeChain has gone down slightly. It was 3 cents yesterday. And Neo has had an excellent rise, $21. So Neo, Ethereum, like the big quite well established altcoin infrastructures are doing quite well today. Now, something that I've actually noticed is that whilst Bitcoin has a projected interest level of 64 compared with the 100 from its absolute all-time high. It's currently on 64. Last week was a definite 40, but it's projected 64. Now, if I was to have a look at Ethereum in comparison to its all-time high and what it's projected, look at this. So Ethereum is actually, when it hit its all-time high previously, the interest level is 77 now, demoted to its current interest level, which is now 100. Where last week, hold on, let me just move this up so you can see it. Last week it was 40 and now 100. Why? Because I believe this is signaling interest in altcoins whilst Bitcoin is having fatigue. And you can see that that fatigue is really becoming blatant. That the money is probably going to go into altcoins. So let me just have a look at a few that have done incredibly well recently. PundyX. Now, I was all about ready to give up on PundyX. I've got millions of them. Like 20 million or something of PundyX. And this has gone up 131%. One that a lot of people have had pleasure in actually telling me about lately is Ethos. So Ethos went up, I think, to 87 cents within the last couple of days. Now, it has since gone down to 58. So basically, shitcoin season is well and truly happening. So let's just go and have a look. Now, the way CoinMarketCap works is that you have to go scroll all the way down and just go to number 2 to see what else is happening. To see the next 100. Holochain's gone up. Matic is still over 3 cents, which is good to see. It hasn't dumped to 1.8 cents again. So actually, two cryptocurrency have done quite well. Is Solana. Solana, if you'll remember, was outside of the top 100 recently. It was $1.91 when I said to get into it. And now it is $3.52. This has gone from outside the top 100 to inside the top 40. Another one which I've been quite happy to see is this one, Hashgraph. So Hashgraph has been 3.7 cents for what seems like forever. This had a massive spike yesterday. This went up to 6.5 cents. And the fact it's still stabilized over 5 cents, I'm quite happy with. It's 72, not great. Market cap's nearly $1 billion. So whilst Bitcoin is struggling with volume, certainly altcoins are not struggling at the moment. So you can see where the distribution of money is going. Now, let me just chat to some of you guys and make sure that just say hello, etc. So who have we got in the house? We've got Mark, Corey, Crypto Chrissy, Jack, GBU Prof, Lewis, Crypto Preaching Pedro, Juanita, Joppy, Hulo Hot, Roy, Lisa Marie Angie, anybody else? Anybody I haven't yet? Oh, Inia Glasson, Al Imran, Harry, Suppo Kid's here. He's not actually here, so good to see you wherever you. Well, I know where you are. Sebastian, Charlotte, Sando TV, Luke, loads of people are watching. Great stuff. Good to see you. Good to see you. So Mexico, let me just have a quick look and just see if I've already been shadow banned. I haven't yet been shadow banned. That's great. My video is still showing up on the subscriptions page, so that's good. So, I am gonna... Oh, actually, just before I do that, this was actually quite uplifting. So this is relatively new news. Elon Musk, right, the guy who has been making these well, we all know who Elon Musk is, don't we? I mean, I own the car he made, but and currently I'm driving around in a Model 3, which is actually incredible. But anyway, yeah. So Elon Musk, who's made tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic comments about cryptocurrency recently, his interest seems to have gone from sarcastic, what a load of crap, to actually, I'm quite interested. Elon Musk, the world's richest man. He is officially the world's richest man. Yes, Elon, you can thank me later. Wants to be paid in Bitcoin. So a recent article is that a hockey player, NFL hockey player, is it NFL? NHL hockey player wants to be paid or transferred his 6.5 million salary or whatever into Bitcoin. Now Elon Musk wants to be paid in Bitcoin too. So replying to a tweet by Ben Mesrich, the author behind the movie The Social Network, which I love, and the writer of Bitcoin Billionaires, read, "I'm never turning down getting paid in Bitcoin again." Musk replied, "Me neither." Thank you, Elon. That is a nice endorsement for once. Thank you very much for. I think he also said something else actually. I think it was close to the bottom. He said something that was quite interesting. A week later, Musk, who wants to make a manned mission to Mars a reality in just a few years, tweeted a future Mars economy could be based on cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin. May also be that space train that people have been shilling to me. Anyway, so will this altcoin achieve 100x? It's a new coin. There's a lot of people hyping it right now. Right now, it's still mega hyped. What coin is it? That coin is this one. The Wise token. The Wise token. All right? So, people have been saying, Superman, look at Wise, look at Wise. And I tried to explain that essentially the community I saw from Wise very much replicated the community of Hex, okay? It's a community coin, right? I don't like community coins very much. Now, I know that decentralized is all about the community. It's all about power being back in our hands. And, you know, these fair distribution, fair launch cryptocurrencies is a way of putting the power back in our hands, I suppose. So it's not, the power isn't concentrated on the founders, the people that are whale investors that get involved at seed stage and private rounds. No, essentially, this was a fair distribution. So Wise Token, has it got potential? Now, Wise Token at the moment is number 6 in Uniswap's top traded tokens. $123 million of liquidity. Now, Wise has actually had a dip today. So Wise was on the borderline of 97 cents today, and then it tanked down to 70 cents. And it looks to be forming what looks a bit like a bear flag, right? Which it looks as if it's looking to go down a bit further. So it goes down, flag upwards, and then down again is where it's likely to be going based on the kind of price movement here. It has basically had a massive trajectory up. It has not gone down, and a lot of the reason why is because of this fixed price floor or like guaranteed price floor, which is designed to stop it from tanking. So this is what I'm going to be looking at in today's episode. Let's review it. Let's have a look at the Wise token. And then I want to ask you at the end, would you invest in it? Would you invest in it today? So, what is the problem Wise token is essentially looking to solve? So, the problem, as Wise puts it anyway, is how altcoins, particularly how new altcoin projects try to gain funds and liquidity. Okay, so essentially what Wise say that altcoin projects do, like Ampleforth and various examples, is that they pre-mine a supply. They then give a very small distribution of that supply to investors, to you and me. Okay, so 10%, let's say, and then the rest goes to the seed investors, the team, to the foundation, and to everything that controls essentially all of the people related to the company, and only a very small amount to the people, right? Which means that the ability to make gains is not very high, not as high, in their personal opinion. Plus, they don't have price stability. So let's say a new ICO, they set their price at 5 cents, and you invest at an ICO stage or at private round stage at 5 cents. And what happens is then it comes out, the market decides it's not worth 5 cents, it goes down to 1 cent, it loses its liquidity, it loses its stability, you lose money. That is the problem that Wise Token sees. So essentially their solution is Wise Token, right? A fair launch. No pre-mine, no getting seed investors, no team. There's no allocation for the team. It is literally everything goes to the investors, the people, the retail investors, everybody that wants to get involved. So it's a fair launch completely, right? And the price that it starts at basically is dictated by the value that you see in it, rather than the value that the cryptocurrency that offers an ICO sees in it. And then subsequently, it can lose value. Now, through the reserve, they had a reserve, basically, before it went on to Uniswap. They had a reserve where people could essentially try and get their Wise tokens early on. As a result of that reserve, where they got millions and millions of people, or at least millions and millions of dollars in investment into the Wise token, were they able to get 50 million of Ethereum in liquidity to back up the price, essentially. So by being involved in Wise token, you are exposed to Ethereum. Ethereum goes up, Wise goes up, right? So it's backed, liquidity is backed, therefore it's got a price floor that is intended to keep the price stable and not have huge dips. But as we have seen today, it has dipped. It's dipped, and it's dipped more than people thought it would. But that is the solution they are looking to come up with, essentially. They're just making it fair. This is a community coin. So, what are the benefits of it? First of all, staking. So they provide staking benefits to those with Wise. So it burns Wise, delivers value to the investors. Therefore, over time, delivers more value to the token price if they are burning. Then it's quite referral driven. So they've got a referral scheme. Referrers get 10% bonus. They get 10% of the liquidity that comes from the people they refer. So the people that put money into Wise as a result of a referral, they get 10%. So the referrer gets 10%. So, what are the token metrics? So the token metrics are, this started as a 10-cent cryptocurrency. When people got involved in the reserve, it was around about 9 cents to 10 cents, roughly. When they listed on Uniswap, it was 16 cents. This means there is a 5 to 8x. Okay, so dependent on what point you got in, whether you got in at the reserve stage or whether you got in at listing stage. At the moment, looking on nomics.com, this has a market cap of 310 million. 310 million market cap. That essentially puts it in the top 100. Now, there's been a lot of videos saying about how Wise Token can achieve 100x, etc. over time. I suppose with the burning of Wise, this can happen. But at its current standpoint, at 310 market cap, it's not investable to me. Now, would I find this investable if it was 10 cents today? So if I brought this video out at 10 cents, would I be investing in it? My answer is no. Okay? Now, I would have missed out on a potential 8x. However, I personally don't really like these types of tokens. Okay? I gave Hex a try because I wanted to see, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Now, the longer you stake with Wise, the more beneficial it is apparently for you. A lot like Hex. So with Hex, you get a big payday, a big Hex payday. With Wise, I think you're incentivized to hold it for 42 years for their ultimate staking reward scheme or for their ultimate staking payday. So over time, this could do extremely well. This is amongst the new wave of these new types of fair launch community-driven tokens. So I'm not putting it down. I see the problem they are trying to solve. But I think that on a personal level, this is not the kind of project I am interested in. However, and I knew this right from the off, because when I first looked at it, this was the impression I was given. Without properly doing a deep dive into it, this was the impression I was given. It was referral based, staking like a lot of these DeFi coins. There's, lots of hype from, I'm not going to say sheep, because I don't want to put down anybody that's involved in Wise Token, because it does have, it does have its benefits. It's trying to solve a pain which I do believe actually exists. Whether I believe it's a pain I personally want to solve, probably not, because a lot of the cryptocurrencies that I have invested in that I think deliver, that have a lot of promise, I'm not regretful I got into those. However, looking into the likes of ICOs that I got into back in the past, yes, it would probably have been better to get involved in something like this, because there has been greed involved with the project itself. Hence why I certainly know of a lot of stories of ICO founders who got held at gunpoint, who got loved ones kidnapped because of the perceived greed from investors. They didn't like it. They didn't want those ICO founders to get away with it, so they would take action and attack them. So I do see that there was a pain. Is it a pain I'm interested in it being solved? Yes, kind of. But would I get involved in Wise Token? Probably not. But that's my personal opinion. I have deep dived into it, and there are a lot of people saying it's going to 100x. Now, if you look on YouTube, you will actually see this guy. So the channel is Wise Staking. This is the guy behind Wise. Okay, so it's a lot like Richard Hart in a way, because Richard Hart did these Hex videos too, and I can't remember his name, but this guy basically did and I looked into his background. Let me just have a look at the team if they should be here. So, real estate entrepreneur, Army National Guard serviceman. The graveyard of bad crypto projects drove him to use his business acumen and military training as an intelligence officer to design a superior system. So this, in all honesty, does not strike me as the greatest background. Okay, it's not the worst, but it's not the greatest either. Real estate entrepreneur, Army National Guard serviceman. I mean, compare him to like the likes of Gavin Wood, for instance, of previous Ethereum fame and now current Polkadot fame. Couldn't be more dissimilar if you try. But sometimes you need innovators in the space that don't necessarily, apparently, care about themselves making a big payday out of a great project they have founded. So yeah, so therefore, this guy is, it's a lot like Digitex, Hex, that kind of thing. I don't slam it, but it's just not my kind of thing. And as we've been talking, Bitcoin's gone down to 40,000. So I want it 40,300. So basically what I've spoken about is true. So let me know, guys, what do you think about Wise Token? Let's get a quick show of hands. Would you invest? Yes or no? Yes or no? I want to hear from you what you think is what your opinion is on Wise. Very keen to see it. So yes or no? Yes or no? That's all I want to hear. No, yes, no. No. Keep comparing Hex. So what are your thoughts based on that? Well, no. I see hundreds of cryptocurrencies. I look into hundreds of cryptocurrencies, and only a very discerning eye could make the comparison. So I reject that, I reject that the thoughts I've got on Wise are based on what I think of Hex. Doing a deep dive, I don't necessarily see that the trajectory is going to lead to 100x, particularly not at its current standpoint. So no, yes, no, yes, already did. No, yes, no. So I would say, actually, quite a quite mixed, actually. Quite mixed. Quite a few Team Suppos are in this. So I would say it's more kind of 60-40. Small amount and flip it. Interesting. Interesting. Now, I was thinking to myself, is it worth putting in a little bit whilst it had dipped? Because at the current price, let me have a look. At the current price, I thought, can it hurt? Well, not at the current price, but when it was 72 cents, I was thinking, could it hurt? And I thought, no, not going to go into it. Because when the other day people were saying, wise. I looked at it, it was 34 cents. That would have been the time probably to get into it. At the moment, this is 8x its start price and 6x its, list price. So it's not, I wouldn't be looking to go into it. Probably does have good upside potential, but not enough upside for me. So there we are. That is Suppoman's opinion on Wise. So let's see how it goes, people. Now, somebody just asked me about Bondly, and I looked into Bondly, actually. I have exited Bondly, funnily enough, and it's 10 cents. And I don't even know why it's 10 cents. It has tanked from 17 cents to, well, it hit a low of 9, but is now 10 cents. Quite happy I'm out of this, actually. Just on that. I don't know quite what's happened to it. So if anybody actually knows, let me know what you think. Let me have a look at Linear. Because people saying in the group Linear. So let me have a look at Linear. By the way, people, if you didn't get the message right at the beginning, Telegram groups in the description, join them. Join them. It will be advantageous to do so. Bear with me just 1 second. Whilst I get some more questiones. Make sure you ask questions, peeps. Ask questions. I do gather that some of you will be behind on the chat somewhat, dependent on at what point you joined it and if you've rewound back. But yes, more questions. Are you staking Linear? Yes, I am. Potential 100x coins to buy today. Well, that is to be talked about in another episode, not in today's. I think there was a token unlock in Bondly. Oh, okay. What is that Polkadot project you were talking about in your last video? I think it was Paralink. It is Paralink. Paralink Network, is it? This is going to be launched. I think this is at pre-stage and stage. Multi-chain Oracle platform for DeFi applications. This is basically Chainlink, Paralink. Excellent. I look forward to the versus. Or shall I say the Savage Clash? But this was the one I was speaking about. Look into it if one is interested. Sue, you said you were going to look into Parsec. Yes, I will probably look into Parsec at some point. Keeperdale I thought was okay. It's wise not to buy Wise. Don't know. What about Pundy? Well, I've shown you that Pundy has gone up massively, Bruno, but I think it's just basically a shitcoin pump at the moment, because there have been a lot of... Let's just go back to the... I was actually going to touch on it earlier and then got waylaid. So let's just go and have a look at the ones outside the top 100 and just have a look and see the 24-hour. So look, so Pundy is sitting at the top of that yesterday, actually. I think it was near 110. Pundy, 116. So basically, shitcoin... right now, this is shitcoin gold, right? So if a shitcoin has an update right now, it could send it to the stratosphere right now. Because essentially what will happen is people will buy, there will be momentum going on the upwards, 39%, and it will just keep going up and up and up because, you know, the newbies are starting to come in. The new retail investors are starting to come in. And as soon as they see a green, they have confirmation bias and then they're going to go in. That's how it was when I first started trading in cryptocurrencies. If you go back and have a look way back when, and have a look at my first trades, then you will see that a lot of what I said was that I was chasing the green at first, and then I started to chase the red, and that was when things started to pick up. EOS sell or buy? Well, I sold EOS ages ago now, and have no interest in going back into it. But it is an infrastructure, although with manipulated slightly artificial metrics. Let me just have a quick look. Where is it? Blocktivity. Blocktivity.info. What the hell is this? Right, so EOS are number one for activity, but from what I've gathered, this is mostly fake. Okay, like a lot of these are apparently fake from what I have heard. Like, considering that Ethereum has got the biggest developer network, the biggest portfolio of dApps, they're going to have the most transactions, both on a software and financial point of view. And for them to be 7th, whilst EOS is like 52x the activity over 42 hours, I think it's a load of bullshit. But EOS are an infrastructure. They probably are over time going to deliver value, but it's not really a cryptocurrency that I really like anymore. Mainframe is the same. Is Dash a good investment now? Now, I had a look earlier, and Dash was like, what was Dash? Dash was $113 or something, $108. I had my chance. You can't. It's still only 2.67 bitcoins, but I had my chance, and one can't say I didn't. One can't say I haven't had ample opportunity to get it. Now, Lisa Bittner, thank you very much. Wow, I appreciate your contribution. Should I keep holding Matic in your opinion? Well, I sold Matic, so I think that they have put right what they had put wrong. So they had a lot of whale investors because it was so exciting, and because Coinbase and Binance are backing it. The price would have huge dips, and I thought this was something to get out of. So I got out of it about 4 cents, 3.84 cents, I remember. Now they seem to have put it right somewhat, and are developing. They're really involved in a lot of the layer 2 dApps, or dApps that use layer 2 solutions. Matic Network are at the forefront, more so than any other layer 2 scaling solution. So therefore, over time, yes, I think Matic is a good one to have in your portfolio, for sure. It all really depends on how much is it part of your portfolio. Bitcoin has started to stabilize at 40,400 and is inching. It has come off this support. So this support really is holding it up, but it is very much a moving floor. It could fall, and it could fall to if it breaks through, if it does a triple top and breaks through, then it could go down to around about 34,000. It's the next support, I think. So let's just hope that the bulls can resume back control, and if they don't, that money isn't lost and taken out, but that it's redistributed to alts. But thank you for the question, Lisa, and also for the contribution. Zoron says, can you look into ECC? Okay. They are making a decentralized messaging platform with cross-chain payments through messaging. It's fully open source, never had an ICO, small team working on it. Well, it looks like it's got a very small amount of people investing in it, because it's 2,200 volume, which is terrible. And how long has this been out? This has been out for as long as Ethereum. Like what, 2014? Is this what you're meaning? This seems very old. And chat applications do not do well. Is this? So basically, you saying they're bringing out a new chat? They're making a decentralized messaging platform. You see, messaging platforms. Well, I say they don't do very well. Let me just have a look at Status, which after buying it back in 2017, I never really looked at again. And this was meant to be like a decentralized messaging platform as well, a privacy one. But they don't do very well. I wouldn't be in it. But then at the same time, it's shitcoin season, so you may be able to sell your bags. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. You've got to make your own decisions ultimately. Can you do a deep dive into? Well, I have pretty much done a review on Polkastarter, although not a comprehensive one. I'm keen to see this go over $1. Very keen to see this go over $1. But I really like it, and I really like Polkadot dApps. DOS Network. I only got interested in DOS Network. It was it came out exclusively on Bitmax. But I really like DOS Network because it had Lola. You buy Trinity now, it go to $10, and you will thank me later. Oh, why Superman? What's your opinion on Litecoin, medium to long term? Litecoin, I believe, is a very safe investment. I think Litecoin is going to hit a new all-time high. I think this year. Possibly by 2x. This could be an $800 coin, in my opinion. So it all depends really, because it's safe relatively, as long as Charlie Lee doesn't say anything stupid like he did last time. But at the same time, are there better gains to be made? Should Litecoin go up to $800, then F knows what Polkadot will be. But I think Litecoin is a safe investment. But thank you very much for your contribution, Mike Freeman. I have 140k in your secret coin. What's the secret coin? I want to 10x my money and exit crypto. Do you think it's possible, or should I diversify? Well, what's the secret coin? I mean, if it's either Slam Dunk 1 or Slam Dunk 2, then your money's probably pretty safe. But I would always recommend a diversified portfolio. Because when I have found this ever since my beginnings in cryptocurrency, that when one coin goes down, one of my other coins goes up and it balances it out. But what you really ideally want is more winners than losers. So you do want to get some good, strong cryptocurrencies in your portfolio. So what I would recommend you do is I would recommend you have an exposure to Bitcoin, an exposure to Ethereum, and an exposure to maybe 2 or 3 of the top 10, and then I would start spreading. I would go down to look at some Polkadot projects, I would look at some relevant DeFi projects, and I would spread the risk and diversify. That would be what I would recommend, because that is what I have done, and I think that I think that has led to my success currently. I haven't actually looked at my Delta today. Silly me. Let me have a look on my Delta today and see what it's looking like. Oh, it's not that great. It's gone down £2,000 in the last day. What has brought it down? Bitmax has brought it down. Hashgraph has brought it down. So those are the two that have brought my portfolio down. But otherwise, it's doing incredibly well because it's being held up by Ethereum going on a run. Ethereum now is at a local, or was momentarily, briefly, at a local high. So have a diversified portfolio. It will serve you well in overall. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin whilst I am going through the chat. I won't take up too many more. Let me have a look. I've only been on half an hour. No, 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Gosh, it feels like longer for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how much I've gone through. We power. Right, okay. Something that I will say to you is don't be too bullish on cryptocurrencies doing incredibly well. Like, you know, some have deserved to do well, like Solana, for instance, and Hashgraph. They've deserved to do well, and not least because I've been invested in them, but because they are strong projects that have been, I think, have been consolidating for so long. They needed a price spike and to go up because the price hasn't reflected the project. But let's have a look at Car Vertical, for instance. Right, Car Vertical have done nothing of relevance. And look, they're like a plus 20. And let's have a look at WePower. That's also been mentioned. Like, WePower is utter bollocks, okay? WePower is shit. Like, the electricity, or shall I say the clean energy cryptocurrency that one should be interested in at all at the moment would be Energy Web Token. WePower's nothing. What the hell? Something gone wrong here. If it's zero, I'm buying millions. Oh, 740. Damn it. But anyway, yes. So don't be too excited about it. They're shitcoin pumping because the money is being distributed. Phantom Finance. I don't know what that is. Do you mean is that the normal finance? Sharing is the most undervalued. I doubt it, but let me have a look at sharing. If it's there, is it there? It's not there. Unless I'm looking at the wrong... Is it share token? Is that sharing? 193. 2 million. Oh, it is sharing, yes. Is this gig economy, right? Oh, wait a minute. Have they changed? So, sharing ID allows individuals to take control of their digital ID. So maybe they have changed. They've pivoted somewhat. Redefines the way industries interact with each other. Assists communities by offering a free service to customers, businesses, so they can trade with each other via truly localized, secure, and accessible marketplace. So I think it is gig economy, isn't it? Sharing shop, sharing app, sharing pay, share ledger, share token, which is gas. The only travel app you'll ever need. Not a massive fan of dApps. Prefer ecosystems or a Polkadot dApp. That changes my mind. I haven't bought Dot yet. What do you think is? I haven't bought Dot yet. What do you think a good buy? What do you think a good to buy at now? If you're talking about Dot, then I would. If you're not exposed to Dot, then you can do two things. You can either dollar cost average, or you could wait for the potential, what I imagine will be a severe correction. Not severe. Like, I don't foresee that from this point it's going to halve in value, but I do think they could go into the low 20,000s at worst next month, which is healthy if that does happen. Only for it to have a part 2 to its growth. Now, should a severe correction happen, and there's no guarantee it will, then it is likely that Polkadot could go down to about $5 again. In which case, I would try and pick it up then. But that is what I would do. I would wait for it, you know. But otherwise, dollar cost average into it, and you could still do well over the long term. What are your thoughts on Power Ledger? I don't have any thoughts on Power Ledger really. Like, I do still hold Power Ledger tokens. I suppose waiting to get rid of them during this season or part 2 of the season, but I'm not necessarily convinced that they are worth staying invested in. You know, I think that as far as energy companies is concerned, then Energy Web Token is the one. By the way, people, let me just have a quickie look. Still haven't been shadow banned, which is great. So make sure you smash up the likes. See how many people have smashed it. 158 only. So smash the likes. I will join you like smasheroonied. So, yes, let's see if we can get to 300 likes. If we can get to 300 likes, I will give you a tip. I will give you a tip. DMG. What the hell is DMG? I've opened up all these things now. So let's have a look at DMG. What is that? Governance token. Rank 491. 3 million volume. DeFiMoneyMarket.com. What about Travala? I don't know. I think I've missed the boat on that one. DeFi. It's boring, isn't it? I personally think it's a bit boring. But how long has this been out? It's been out 6 months. I do remember that at the beginnings. Loopring I spoke about the other day, and I think is strong. Yeah, because that's ZK rollups. Pundy X pump for 200% last night. Yes, I know. I tweeted about it, I'm sure. Unibright. Well, I dare say Unibright will do well in alt season. Yeah, it'll do well. But any cryptocurrency that has... Yeah, I like Data Dash. But I don't really like a cryptocurrency that has a crypto influencer as an advisor. That's just bad news to me. So I think this was a good investment if you got in back in July. But nowadays, I don't think it's worth getting out at this point. Thank you, 7S. Tom Schlanders. I finally made it live, Super. Good to see you. Let's smash the likes, people. Use your thumb and hit the thumbs up. Yes, people. That is basically what you need to do. Let me have a look at one that I do really want to accumulate. I had a look last night and the price was good, but not as good as I wanted it. 1 inch was 1 inch was 120 yesterday. Well, it was actually 117, but I saw it at 120 and I was going to buy it. But I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to wait for that one to come back. Love Supo's vid, still rocking after the long winter. Yes! Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mahadao. I've heard about that. Mahadao. 3 million volume. Doesn't have market cap information, which I don't think is very good. Nano, yes, I think is exceptional, as you will well know. Check out Loopring. I have already. I know what Loopring is. What about Voyager Pile of Shite? The Graph, GRT. What's that on now? Let me have a look and see what that is, how that's doing. District 0x. I saw that was doing well. And I don't know why or how, but it is. It's a shitcoin. It's shitcoin season. The Graph. So this was 71 cents, and it has consolidated now in the late 30 cents, mid 30 cents. So it's good, but like I said, premature ejaculation is never great for 100x gains. So the Graph is something I would have wanted to collect much earlier on. You know, like when you had the likes of Chainlink, etc. Any other questions? Any other Sphinx? I don't think there is, people. I think that may be it. Thoughts on Scale Network? Thought was interesting, but not necessarily brilliant. Suppo, you got in pools? I don't know what that is. Let me have a look at API 3. Yes, I think it's great to have exposure to API 3. Yes, definitely. API 3 just is... It just rang my bells as soon as I saw it. I just thought this is a top-notch cryptocurrency in its early stages. So yeah, for sure. Sia Coin, thank you for the $2, but Sia Coin's old. Come on. Get with the times, man. Like, that's just old. And a bowl of bricks a pile of shite. Polkadot, $25 this bull run. I think Polkadot will do much better than $25. Okay, Polkadot is going to be $100 or so. Best meme coin is Dogecoin. I wonder if Einsteinium is still about. That was the biggest pile of bollocks I ever saw. I traded this to 90 cents back in 2017. I can't believe this crap's still around, honestly. Let's have a look. How long have I been on now? 50 minutes. So I should probably begin to make a move, I should imagine. We're not going to get 300 likes, people. That's a shame. That's a shame. I have to wait till next time, I suppose. Webby, old. Somebody has, yeah. Anyway, Webby's old, but probably could do well as far as supply chain cryptocurrencies could do. This is the one that I kind of like, but it's already too far gone, I think. RSR. Look at it. It's already too far gone. 1.6 cents, and now it's 4 cents. It's gone up too much, I think. Yes, Alpha Q, I am still alive. Thank you for noticing, though. And make sure that you watch from now on. API 3 or Polkadot? Both, for sure. You know, API 3, I really like API 3. API 3 has the potential for an Ethos, as in, like, Ethos was nowhere, and then, boom, it just was top 100, right? And then top 40, then top 30. It was massive from nowhere. Polkadot's already in the top 10. So, you know, it's lower risk Polkadot, but maybe higher reward API 3. That is basically how you've got to view it, essentially. So before you look, can you look at LTO? Oh, LTO! Yes, LTO is doing extremely well. I really do like LTO. I still hold it. I was actually going to sell it. Is it back over here? And I'm glad. No, it wasn't. It was like about 9 cents when I was about to sell it. And I didn't. I did stop leasing it. I didn't know what. I looked on the Game of Nodes website and saw there was no Game of Nodes anymore, so I just stopped leasing it. But I kept it. I think it's a good thing about the whole bridge thing, because I didn't quite get it, and so therefore I didn't sell it. Sora thought, yeah, I kind of like Sora. Last I saw was about $120. Yeah, still $120. Lowish market cap. But I would be more interested in it retracing. So I think that this is certainly a period where I would start eyeing up what I like, hope for a retracement when Bitcoin goes down, which I don't foresee happening just yet. It's had like 10% loss, 8% loss, 20% loss, 10% loss, but it's not had a significant loss. It's not retraced 40% or thereabouts. Which is probably the maximum. I think it will probably go down, maybe a bit more. But I am looking to eye up things for Altcoin Season Part 2. LTO is very professional. They are professional. And Ivan, if you're in the LTO community, Ivan, I shared a place with in New York. So he's a great guy. And he used to be part of ICO drops before moving on to bigger and better things. So yeah, I'm quite closely connected with LTO, and I got involved at seed stage. So what are your thoughts on Origin Trail? Again, it's quite a good. It's a relatively relevant cryptocurrency in supply chain. I'm not in it. I did get in it, I think, back in 2017 briefly. But it's just like, you know, I'm in VeChain heavy, and I think that's probably where I'll keep it in. Origin Trail has much less reward ahead of it than VeChain, so I don't see the point in getting into it, because you can make the argument that everything is going to go up quite astronomically in this bull run, so you could almost go into anything and make money. But I like to be in. I like to enjoy and be passionate about the things that I am invested in. So, you know, I've already kind of given my allegiance in the supply chain field to VeChain. All right, does the crap in America make any coins stand out to you? No, not really. Yeah, okay, so last call for if you want to see a tip. If you want a tip. Last call. 3 seconds. Can you smash the like and get it up to 300? Come feel the noise. Right, I'm going to give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Betting ends. And what are we on? 280. Oh, you were so close. Next time. Right, next time I will give it to you. There's no hurry with this one. It's gotta achieve 300, isn't it? Come on. Let's keep it going. 291 now. Sung for more likes now. I'm sung out. What are your top 1, 2, 3 coins to invest with 10,000? Good question. One I'm not gonna give not for $2 anyway. I mean, that's just that information doesn't deserve to be shared for $2. Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's enough to pick from. Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink. I mean, you could just go with those three with $10,000, $3,500 each. Jobs are good, but there are better ones. VeChain, Neo, etc., etc., etc. And Solana as well, one of the ones that I said. Sushi Swap. Yes, that is another one that I recommended recently. Sushi Swap and Uniswap, I think, they are mega. They're mega dexes. So you've just got your pick. You need to have an index, right? I like to have an index as part of my portfolio. So I will have supply chain, infrastructure, dApps, coins, like current, like nanos and Bitcoin, and dexes and Polkadot dApps, and that I like to have like an index of privacy coins. I like to have like what I consider to be the one that has the best chance of mooning. So like for instance, I wouldn't get involved in Monero, and an Ethos or something, in those infrastructures, but I would find something a bit like these but cheaper, like Dash for instance. Go for something that isn't the number one, and invest in it. And each of you will see these. There comes phases or fads. The exchange coins have their day. The privacy coins have their day. The supply chain coins have their day. The Dexes coins have their day. And you want to be in it when they do. So, we got over 300. So I guess I have to give you the tip. And that tip is I'm just gonna say the ticker, and that's it. Okay, MPond. There we are. Right, people, I think that's a good place to end it. I think we basically are ending where we started, which is essentially that Bitcoin is losing momentum. The volume was not able to follow through for Bitcoin, and therefore it's beginning to lose track. The bulls have lost momentum. They've lost track to the bears, and it is going down. I don't necessarily think it's going to go down dramatically, but I think it's certainly going to go down enough to liquidate some people out of their longs. So house always wins, I think. But I do think that Ethereum is looking particularly very strong, and probably altcoins are going to look quite strong for the time being. Anyway, people, thank you for joining me this Saturday Night Live. What time is it now? Oh, it's 11:15 p.m. So, there we are. I hate it when it does this.